Hey guys, welcome back on the Acreage. Today we're going to take a look at what we have planned for our 2023 vegetable garden. My name is Jordan.
And I'm Leanne.
Let's take a look.
So 2 years ago, we put in a raised vegetable garden system. Prior to that, we just had our plants growing right in the ground, and it was just really hard to control the weeds. So these raised beds have been just really, really helpful. We've got about 14 beds that are 4 by 8 feet, and they're 12 inches high. There's also 2 longer beds, and those ones are 4 feet by 12 feet long. We also have one really long bed that we put our asparagus in, and that one is about 4 feet by, 24 feet long, and we just love them. So let's take a look at what we're planning to fill them with. Okay, so first on our list, which is one of the first things I had to start growing early, are the Walla sweet onions. Now, this variety of onion is new to us this year, and I'm really excited to try it out. I've heard a lot of good things about them, how they get nice and big and they're really sweet. So we're really excited to try these. Not only do we plant some from seed, but we also get our onions in bulb sets. And we get those from just a local store, kind of like a Spanish onion mix as well as a red onion mix. So those will go in the ground at the time of planting. We've also already started celery. This is called Hudson Celery, and I grew this last year with really great success. So we only usually do about 4 plants. We don't need that much celery, so it only takes up about, a quarter of a bed. We also have a lot of peppers that we're starting. Jordan really loves hot sauce. So
I'm a big hot sauce guy and I do enjoy it, and they're just fun to grow and fun to watch mature.
yeah. So we're trying some new pepper varieties. These little wee packet of seed we got off Etsy. These are Tabasco peppers. And we have never grown them before, but I hear they're quite prolific. So
We're doing cayenne peppers as well. We're going to do some jalapenos here. We're going to do as well.
we really like to make stuffed jalapeno peppers.
Oh yeah,
So
they're really good.
we picked a variety. These are called Campeon hybrid, and they're supposed to get like 4 to 5 inches. And it says great for grilling and stuffing. So these are called the Ace hybrid. They're just a bell pepper. They're supposed to be an early 55 days. And because we have such a short growing season here in zone 4, I think it's really important to have one that's going to mature early enough.
For sure, yeah. These Red Knight.
Red Knight bell peppers.
Yeah. So we're going to have all kinds of peppers growing. It's going to be great.
Our grow room is currently full with lots of different pepper seedlings. So we're hoping for a good harvest.
Yeah. So we like to put in peas as well. These are a Vessie's variety.
On the
Front.
They're called Dalvay.
Dalvay from Vessie's.
And the peas, we really mostly just grow them for our kids. They love to walk by and munch on them kind of in the evenings as we do our garden tours. So that'll be more so for the kids. Peas are a lot of work to shell, so we don't typically grow that many. Usually about half a bed will be designated for the peas. This is a honeydew melon, which will be new to us. With those, we're also doing cantaloupe, so that's what we grew last year. And actually, we let our son pick these melons out they're just from Walmart. And I didn't have much hope for them, but they really took off and they were awesome. So we're excited to grow those again this year. Yep. Something that we're big on here are beets. So this is the Merlin hybrid beet. And what's great about beets is they do have a really quick maturity rate. And so we have been finding we can get 2 successions in. So as soon as these are done, we pull them out, we re-amend the bed, and we plant more beets for a later fall harvest.
Yeah. And we do pickling. We want to just store them cold storage as well this year. We haven't done that last year, but...
This is the Valley Heart Romaine lettuce. I've had great luck with this variety. Again, these are from Vessie's. We get our seeds mostly from either Vessie's or William Dam Seed. They're both Canadian companies, so we love to be able to support that. But yeah, this is just an easy romaine lettuce. I do at the back here have a package of Buttercrunch lettuce, and we'll grow that too for a bit of variety. Along with lettuce, we love to grow kale. And this is the Winterbor Kale. And it's awesome. It is so great because it is very winter hardy. So even after a frost, I think I heard it can withstand temperatures down to minus 20 degrees Celsius. Yeah. So unfortunately for us last year, the cabbage moths really got to our kale. So this year we've purchased a pest protection tent. So we're planning to grow our kale in that tent just so that the moths don't get at it and lay their eggs all over it. And that way we avoid the use of chemicals as well.
Yeah, always something new to learn and making the garden better. So here we got a lot of tomatoes. We're big on tomatoes. We do tomato sauce, and we have a freeze dryer, so we can do a lot of tomato paste and thickening agents. But this one is tomato San Marzano. So these are a bit of a longer one, and these are better for...
They're a sauce tomato, so
sauce tomato.
A Roma style tomato, and they actually say that this is the most popular tomato, Roma tomato in Italy for making sauce. So we're a big fan.
Nice.
This variety is actually called Cherokee Purple.
Cherokee Purple beefsteak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's new to us this year, so we're excited.
Yeah. And then we got our big one, Mortgage Lifter. We're going to try that one as well. And these are a slicer as well?
Yep.
Slicer as well. Good. And then our last one here, these guys, Organic Cherry Falls Cherry Tomato. So these are new to us?
Yeah, they're new to us this year. We don't typically eat a lot of tomatoes just like off the plant. We usually process them. However, we've been finding that cherry tomatoes sliced in our freeze dryer, we sprinkle them with Italian seasoning and a little bit of coarse salt, and oof, they're really good. Even our kids really like them. So
freeze dryer really changes the game when it comes into harvest season with what you can do with your hard work over the years. So
another thing that's new to us this year is called a ground cherry, and I believe ground cherries, they're kind of in the tomato family, but they're said to have like a sweet, almost like a pineapple flavor to them. So it says like they can be used in preserves, pies, or over ice cream. And they're great eaten raw. So I think that's gonna be a really fun one. Fun for the kids. We just won't tell them that they're in the tomato family.
That's right. Carrots, we're big on carrots here. These are these covered seeds?
Yeah, they're pelleted.
They're pelleted seeds, and I would suggest do pelleted seeds or seeds on a strip because these seeds are very small and they're hard to seed.
They're Bolero.
Bolero.
Yeah, and let's maybe just show them what a pelleted carrot seed looks like. We found that this just eliminates having to thin your carrots because they are really a small seed, and so if you can get them pelleted like this.
Yeah, and less waste because you spend money on the seed, and then of course you want to get as much out of it as you can.
Yeah. So our carrots last year were big and they were just incredible. So
yeah, our carrots did well.
We'll definitely stick with this Bolero variety moving forward.
All right.
Cucumbers.
Cucumbers. We're also big into cucumbers. These are summer dance cucumbers.
And that's our long English cucumber.
That's right.
Just a slicer. It's really good eating.
Yep. And again, the kids, they just go down there and grab it right off the vine and chew away. Our pickling cucumbers. We're big into pickling here. So these are
Corentine.
And
what I love about the Corentine cucumber is they don't have like all the bumps and kind of spines on them that a traditional pickling cucumber has. They're a nice dark green skin and they're nice and smooth. And I just find them perfect. They're perfect for making pickles, and anyone that we've ever shared them with, they really like them too. So I highly recommend the Corentine pickling cucumber.
Yeah, and we usually do a large bed or two of those just to get the quantity of pickles we need to last us all winter.
And you can't forget dill when you're making dill pickles.
That's
so we plant about half a bed. You don't need much. Dill really takes over. And we do try and cut the dill back before it really goes to seed because it will spread.
These are cherry Belle radishes. So, and again, these are something we put in our small beds.
Yeah, we actually
and a space filler, really. We just put them wherever we can.
Yeah, we've actually grown them underneath like our tomato plants, or if there's a little bit of room at the edge of a border of a bed, just popping in some radishes because they're fast growing. Like here, 20 to 30 day. This is the French breakfast. And yeah, we like them just chopped up in salads or in stir fries. When they're cooked, the kids don't even notice any heat from them. So those are a fun one to grow.
Yeah, they'll be fun. These are our beans. These are our Lewis green beans that we love just eating right off the stalk. They go well with stir fries, and we really enjoy them.
I think we're doing about half a bed of green beans because last year they just kept producing and producing. Like we had a lot. We had so many green beans. We were kind of handing them out to people. So I'm excited to have that abundance. And this year for bean season, we will have our freeze dryer. So we did a lot of pickled beans and that was fun, but I think it would be really fun to freeze dry some green beans as well.
Absolutely. And unfortunately that freeze dryer came a little late in the year, so we did miss out on a lot of our harvest goods, but this year will be a different story. So.
Definitely. Okay, and lastly, we're going to talk about some of our vining plants. So we've got our summer squash, aka zucchini. This is summer Noche, I think it's pronounced. And this has just been a great one. We've used this variety for years. These are from Bessie's, and they're just really reliable. I mean, you know how zucchini grows? It just grows and grows and just keeps on giving. So with our freeze dryer, though, we have found that freeze drying shredded zucchini, you can then just grind it down into a powder. And we have been using our zucchini powder all winter long. We use it in muffins, in cake, even just as a thickening agent. So we are really going to amp up how much zucchini goes in our garden next year.
That's right, yep.
And finally is our pumpkins and squash, which again, in the freeze dryer, we've been making pumpkin powder, which has just been awesome to add to soups and sauces and muffins and all the things. I also really like to decorate, so we grow our own decorative pumpkins, but we also grow jack-o'-lantern pumpkins, and so we'll go through a few of those now.
Yeah, but those are not in our actual vegetable garden. Some of these, we have a different garden for these.
Okay, so first off, I'll start with our decorative ones. I say they're decorative. You can also use these for cooking. Some are better than others, but we kind of use them both ways. So this is called the White Flat Boer Ford. So it's just a nice classic white pumpkin. And that's actually a new one to me this year. We also have the Long Island Cheese pumpkin. And we'll post pictures of these ones because they're really beautiful. This is called Triamble, which is a really cool one. It's kind of green and it kind of grows in like a triangle shape, like 3 little points to it. This is a winter squash called Black Futsu. And we actually used these for cooking and they were great. This is my personal favorite. This is the Jarrahdale, and Jarrahdale is a blue pumpkin. And I tell you, they were so great for cooking. I got so much meat out of them. And pretty much all of the ones that we freeze dried were from the Jarrahdale pumpkins. And the last one I have here is called Musky de Provence, or Fairy Tale. And that's a really beautiful one as well. We always grow jack-o'-lantern pumpkins for the kids. So we like the New Rocket pumpkin. And our son picked this one out last year. Again, just a Walmart variety called jack-o'-lantern. And it was a really good one too.
Getting the kids involved.
Yes. These next ones are a huge favorite. These are called the Baby Jack Mix. And so they're a mixture of these little, they're only about this big, white and orange ones. And they're really fun for decorating. If you have really little kids, you could just use them, have the kids like color on them, paint them. They're just a really cute pumpkin. So all of these and the squash will actually be going out into like a field area.
Yeah, more of a meadow. We're trying to make a meadow in the back there with some clover, some white Dutch clover, and kind of a way to expand our garden. One thing we haven't talked about though is the garlic we have already planted and the asparagus that is already in the ground as well. So
yeah, the garlic we actually plant in the fall, and then usually about, for us, it's, I would say the end of July, early August when we're able to harvest that. So once that bed is empty, we'll be able to plant something like beets or lettuce, just so that we always keep those beds filled and productive.
So yeah, so that's kind of what we got going on.
One last thing we didn't talk about is our potatoes.
Oh, right. Yes, we're big into potatoes. We usually do 1 or 2 beds. And this year I do really want to expand out into our meadow area.
This is a template that we created just showing the layout of our garden and what we've planted in it year after year. So we know exactly what we're going to plant in it this year, and what we have copies from last year showing what we had in those beds last year. So that's really helpful, so we can look back and make sure that we're not putting the same crop in the same bed twice.
That's right. Crop rotation is important.
Very much so. It helps with disease and pests. Okay, so that is it for our 2023 vegetable garden
list.
list.
So to say.
You
Let us know what you think in the comments below and what you got planned for your 2023 season. But until then, thanks for stopping by and thank you for watching.